Hey, I'm Emma Garlett and welcome to Paint It Blak. Have you been watching the Paris Olympics? On today's episode, I want to shine a spotlight on the incredible Indigenous athletes, past and present, who have competed at an Olympic Games. From the Tokyo Olympics in 1964 to the Tokyo Games in 2021, 60 Olympic and 60 Paralympic Indigenous Australians have represented Australia. We can now proudly add to that list with 11 more Indigenous Australians competing across 8 sports at the 2024 Paris Olympics. From the iconic Cathy Freeman carrying the Aboriginal flag alongside the Australian flag at the Sydney Games for the world to see, Indigenous athletes have been proudly representing their mob and country as Olympians for over 60 years, reminding us we're standing on the shoulders of giants, and without those who have courageously and proudly come before us, representing not only themselves and their country, but their people and generations to come. We have these opportunities because of their greatness. Did you know boxers Adrian Blair and Francis Roberts, alongside basketballer Michael Lamat, became Australia's first Indigenous Olympians competing at the 1964 Tokyo Olympics? It's hard to believe now, but before 1964, legislation limited sporting opportunities for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples, which meant they couldn't compete at an Olympic Games. But from those first Indigenous Olympians, heroism and talent continued to flourish throughout the years. Here are some of the amazing Indigenous Olympians. Champion swimmer Samantha Riley became the first female Indigenous Olympian when she won bronze for the 100-metre breaststroke at the 1992 Barcelona Olympics. Nova Peris-Kneebone was the first Indigenous gold medalist as part of the women's hockey team in Atlanta in 1996. Hurdler Carl Vanderkoop competed at the 1996 Atlanta and 2000 Sydney Games. Ash Barty represented Australia at the 2021 Tokyo Olympics, winning bronze in the tennis mixed doubles. And of course, there's Cathy Freeman.
Away, Freeman out well, a mighty roar surrounds the stadium.
The Olympic sprinter won gold at the Sydney 2000 Olympics. If you've never seen the race, do yourself a favour and search for it.
It's a famous victory, a magnificent performance.
24 years later, it's still the most incredible race to see. These names are only a few of the incredible Indigenous Olympians who have paved the way for upcoming talent. Out of the 60 Indigenous athletes who have competed in the past, 43 were men and 17 were women. And from those talented people, 15 medals were won, 11 won by Indigenous women. At this year's Paris Olympics, the world will witness 11 of the next generation of Indigenous athletes, including Patty Mills, who will be the first Indigenous athlete to compete in 5 Olympic Games. Callum Peters debuts for boxing, Marissa Williamson-Pohlman, who is the first Aboriginal woman to qualify for the Australian Olympic boxing team, Caleb Law, another first-time Olympian for athletics competing in the 200-metre sprint and 4x100 metres relay, Abby Connor swimming 200 metres butterfly, and Taliqua Clancy, who has competed in 2 Olympics previously. There are many more who will compete and make us so proud. Why is it important to have Indigenous representation at the Olympics? You can't be what you can't see, and having representation on a worldwide scale is beneficial for not only the young ones watching on and supporting, but for the world to see the diversity and talent of Indigenous Australians. The Olympics brings the world together from all walks of life and cultural backgrounds. It's a time for sharing and learning from one another and uplifting the future generations to accomplish their dreams, just like their heroes and ancestors before them. Thanks for watching Paint It Blak with me, Emma Garlett. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode.